Well, good afternoon to everyone, and I hope this just cheers up everyone in the room. DG, thank you so much. This is a part of the marketing team and a very, very exciting, guy. And we said, look, we want to talk about a new product out here. And he stepped up and he said that, look, let me come up with a curated song for the event. And he's put that together, just in a couple of days. So we were like completely on the edge that, look, will people relate to it? We are in a very serious conference out here. But I hope that, it was a nice relief for all of us. Yeah. Thank you for that. So, DG, this is the rounds of applause for you. So good job. Okay. So, I think the song really set us up with a thought. The thought is do more with your data. Yeah. So when you're thinking about doing more with your data, okay, the first question really in the room is, why should I do more with my data? What is the reason for us to do more with my data there? Okay. So if we look around, or if we probably look at the ecosystem, and if we look at how things are changing around us very rapidly, one could say that consumers are rapidly adopting digital, whether it is discovery or from discovery to payments. Everything, people are really, digital is really accelerating that piece. Omni-channel is the new normal out there, okay? Now, and marketers are constantly, trying to do more with their data. Why are they trying to do things more with their data? Because they want to engage with them. They want to understand their customers. And last but not the least, they want to acquire relevant customers. Okay. So we are already seeing a huge, need for marketing organization, for marketing functions to go out and leverage the power of data. Now, when we talk about doing more with data, I personally believe that it is not limiting itself to the marketing function. Increasingly, all organizations themselves or other functions in the organizations will start leveraging or start having the mindset of doing more with data. And at some point of time, we believe that all retailers or many companies out there can potentially be, apart from being a retailer, a data company. Okay? Because if they keep doing more with data, they'll probably discover newer business models. That's really how a Walmart or an Amazon, apart from being a retailer, okay, have discovered a new business model where they harness the power of data and have used that to participate in a fast-growing digital advertising market. So that's really how data has gotten leveraged from these people. On that point, when we are saying about doing more with data, I am happy to probably go ahead and announce, the launch of our platform, AudiencePro. So, ladies and gentlemen, presenting AudiencePro Platform. Can we go to the next slide? So, what is AudiencePro? Okay. So here we are basically saying that any marketer who's looking to understand their existing customers, any marketer who probably is having the ambition to engage very actively with their customers or acquire new customers, how can AudiencePro, come to their rescue? How can it help them, really harness the power of data in a manner which is simple, in a manner which is super effective? Okay. So that is what the vision of AudiencePro as a platform is, and that is what we are here to talk about today. Okay. I believe that, a conversation around data or conversation around doing more with data, or probably even understanding what AudiencePro as a platform or other platforms out there who have the endeavor or who are helping marketers do more with data is a very interesting conversation. Or it's a conversation which matters to all stakeholders, because we are all going to be dealing with that opportunity in front of us. So the more understanding we have about tools, what these tools are doing, it's going to empower us. It's going to just change our mindset, and in fact, within our own organizations, drive the mission or drive the change of doing more with data. Yeah. In the morning, I think one of the panel's members spoke about the importance of data sitting at multiple places. So time and again, we are hearing that conversation there. Okay. So with that, that's why, this conversation could be interesting for everyone in the room. Now, when we are talking about data and when we are talking about AudiencePro as a platform, what is special about it? What is the value we do, how we do, the points which I mentioned about engagement, the points about transacting with customer. So we'll take you through a few slides where you can understand really the special features of AudiencePro. So any platform which is dealing with data, the first priority for the platform is really solve issues around or address the point about data security and privacy. These are two extremely important pillars for anyone when they think of solutions or when they think of embracing solutions which are doing something with their data. So what we've done is, on the AudiencePro platform, we have a very powerful feature which is called Zero Storage CDP, Zero Storage Customer Data Platform. Now what it means is that you don't have to. So, on the AudiencePro platform, one of the value proposition is that we have 550 million profiles and you can get significant insights about your own customers. In order to, for you to get insights about your own customers, you have to basically deploy your data. And the methodology which we use, we call it Zero Storage CDP. Now, what that means is we don't have to go ahead and take raw numbers from you. We don't have to take hash numbers from you, okay? We create a sketch out of your data. So imagine that you have a file, which is, say, a 1 GB file. When you convert that into a sketch, it translates into like a 16 MB file, okay? A 16 MB binary file. Technically, we use the term, it is a fuzzy outline of your segment, okay? So that is how the data, that is how the segment comes on our platform. That is how your sketch of your raw data comes on our platform. And that is used, to find an intersection between your segment and the AudiencePro segment. So this is how we ensure that from a privacy point of view, from a data security point of view, when you're eager to learn alternate insights about your own customers, okay, you're able to come to a platform like AudiencePro and take that learning out. So that's step one there. Moving forward, when you're talking about what kind of insights and what kind of learnings could we really offer you, okay? So basically, APRO or AudiencePro as a platform has about 550 million profiles on the platform, okay? Now, what are these profiles? These profiles are deterministic insights on consumers, which we've aggregated from different partners, whether it is a telecom operator, whether it is a payment gateway, whether it is a financial product marketplace, or whether it is a B2B marketplace there. All of them provide us sketches of deterministic data on our platform. And in this process, as we've done and as we've aggregated this, we built a sizable base of about 500 million plus users. And we have over 300 plus rich attributes about these consumers, okay? I'll show you all a little glimpse of the kind of attributes we have. So imagine you're a retailer, there are people coming into your store, they're generating transactions, they are getting into offers, they are responding. So that is your first party data. Now, theoretically, you understand your consumers from what they do with you. In the changing world, in the digital world, I was reading about it, they said that, look, one customer, many personas, So how do you gain that intelligence? How does your organization gain that additional intelligence about your own consumers? So we have very interesting attributes. Say, for example, we would come and tell you, okay, 20% of your customers which are coming and transacting on your platform, whether it is online or offline, have a credit score greater than 650, okay? Or we are able to come and tell you that, look, X percentage of your users are salaried professionals or business owners. They have an income greater than 5 lakhs or 10 lakhs. these consumers, or Y percentage of your consumers are very actively going and shopping on horizontal e-commerce platforms. So they are power users, going on horizontal e-commerce platforms. Someone would, similarly, we would have users where we would come back and tell you that, look, these are people who are very actively buying grocery, or they are very actively buying, fashion online. So these are the kind of alternative deep insights. What we've shown here on this slide is just a small sample, but we have like 300 plus attributes which could be very useful for any retailer. Moving forward, okay, we spoke about zero storage CDP, we spoke about insights, and then you're finally looking at the outcome. You're basically saying, what do I do with it? So when you're looking at the outcome, you're basically saying that, look, all the cohorts which we create, so once your data comes on our platform, we are able to create smarter segments. These smarter segments, can then be activated across channels. It can power your Facebook campaigns. It can give lift to your YouTube campaigns. Okay, you want to run the right kind of campaigns on OTT platforms. So we are multi-channel activated. So when you think of data, you're thinking of qualitative insights. You have created quality segments. And last but not the least, you need to reach out to them. So these are all the digital channels which we've activated. In the coming quarter, we are also activating channels which are linked with SMS, notification, and WhatsApp. So we really want the marketers to think that look, they've got intelligence at their end. APRO can magnify that intelligence and help them exploit all the touch points or all the marketing channels in their pursuit of engaging or transacting with customers. Okay, so what more can you do with your data, apart from leveraging it in the manner I've just covered? So if you go to the next slide. Yes, partnerships, collaborations, okay? Think of this way, that this is a very secured escrow account, okay, where you as a retailer, you've got your customer cohort out there. You want to borrow. You want to probably say that, look, if I'm someone who's in the fashion space and there is another retailer which is in the food space, okay, both of them have relevant customers out there. Now, why would you not want to consider a collaboration? Because everyone is looking for the right customers. And today, data is sitting at a variety of different places, or relevant data is sitting at different places. So what if we empower a marketer to go and say that, look, you can go ahead and strike brand alliances on the back of these audience partnerships. So you're able to strike partnerships, you're able to borrow someone else's data, relevant data onto the platform, and utilize that to growing your business. Alternatively, the other side of the coin is that, okay, you've got certain data cohorts at your end, and you want to basically leverage that. You're a retailer, and you probably think that, look, I'm in the fashion space, someone is a D2C brand in a very different category, in maybe organic fashion. I'm not going to really be in that space. But if I'm thinking that I have to do more with data, and if I'm thinking that, okay, listen, why can't I even monetize that data? You can basically then share and on, all in a manner where data security, data privacy is completely taken care of. So it basically gives you more wings to do things with data. Yeah. Okay, now we spoke about what our platform is, what you can do with it. I want to show you a couple of slides so that you can understand that, okay, these are the types of customers who have utilized the intelligence of AudiencePro to their business advantage. A DSP mutual fund, we recently ran an activity for them where on YouTube, where they were really looking out for people who are likely to buy mutual funds. Okay, and for them, they had to choose certain cohorts from the AudiencePro platform. And the success metric was lift on session rate. So by utilizing the YouTube standard cohorts, if they were getting a session rate of 30%, vis-a-vis AudiencePro segments, they got 45 to 48% session rates there. Okay, they also got a lift on assisted conversions, which means people who were exposed to the ad at some point of time in the next 1 month came in and transacted on their platform. So this is from their GA report, which they were able to probably see the lift of utilizing that. I'll take an example from the retail category. Kaya, when they look to drive footfalls in their store, and we're running activities for them on digital platforms, again utilizing AudiencePro cohorts. Our success metric was we have to digitally generate leads for them, and that lead has then translated into an appointment, okay, and that appointment is then translated to conversion. So those were the key metrics which, from a Kaya perspective, which is an offline business, leveraging digital channels to drive footfalls and utilizing the power of data to drive sales. Another example would be here, say a Max Life out here. I'll just take the last one out here, Max Life. Now here again, it's an insurance brand. They're looking for people who can buy term insurance, saving plans. At the heart of it, they're looking for quality customers. They're looking for customers who can pay the right premium for a term insurance. So there again, if we are using these cohorts, generating leads for them, and finally for them, it's like the lead to quality lead ratio. And the benchmark was that we need to give them at least 40% plus quality lead ratios. So that's how we delivered outcomes to some of these brands. Lastly, because when you hear solutions like ours, when you're hearing the story on how data is being utilized by these brands, I would like to finally leave you with this last slide, where we are saying that, look, very recently at a marketing award function, for these campaigns, where data was utilized to drive conversions, we got about 4 or 5 awards. And we are basically seeing that how marketers are constantly adopting technologies like ours, which are bringing them intelligence, which are bringing them insights to grow their business. So with that, I'll conclude here, and I hope my presentation or my thoughts have probably got across the point. The only message I would leave everyone with is that I think we all have to do more with data. We all have to find creative ways to doing better things with data. It's a journey, and I think over the next 3, 4, 5 years, as we all try to grow the business, we're going to lean on our ability to leverage the power of data. Please join us. We are on booth number 8 out there. Very keen to have conversations, so please reach out to us, me or my teams, and I hope we can collaborate with some of you in the room. With that, thank you so much, and have a good day.